and a warm welcome to Arthouse. I'm Melinda Akinlami. We are celebrating art and culture on today's edition. From the Queen of Denmark's visit to the Madhouse by Tikera Africa in Lagos, to some spoken words and performances to herald the arrival of a new online initiative. Then the latest works of art displayed by this artist during his solo show, also in Lagos. We'll get the details of that and more when Arthouse returns in a moment. Do stay with us.
Experimentation is the unparalleled freedom of whatever comes to the mind of a creative in the use of ideas and materials.
Queen Mary of Denmark recently concluded her first official visit to Nigeria, which focused on strengthening bilateral ties. During that period, she also went to the Madhouse by Tikera Africa within the University of Lagos to enjoy this group exhibition and encourage the creative community.
The red carpet has been rolled out at the Madhouse by Tikera Africa within the University of Lagos, which played host to Queen Mary of Denmark when she came to Nigeria for an official visit.
It's been beautiful to receive the Queen of Denmark on this beautiful occasion of a visit to Nigeria. This is the biggest delegation from Denmark to Nigeria ever. And as part of fostering bilateral relations with Nigeria, the Queen visited the President in Abuja. And following up with that is landing in Lagos today. And the first place that she deemed fit to visit is Madhouse. Why Madhouse? Madhouse is the first purpose-built creative incubator and infrastructure in Nigeria, and the Queen came to interact with creatives and technology enthusiasts, especially the creatives that we've been able to incubate over a period of time here at Madhouse, from creators to makers to visual artists and some of the participants in some of our programs.
The artists are elated to be part of this show, which is visual art, digital art, installations, and more on display.
It was a very wonderful opportunity to meet with the Queen of Denmark, the Majesty herself. And when I got the information to come over and just talk about my work, I was kind of elated because these are opportunities creative needs to actually, put their work out there. We need visibility a lot. And it's not just about creating works and keeping them in the studio or leave it on the wall somewhere, but we also need to talk about it meets people whose personality can actually be a perfect leverage for the artist. So I feel so good about this opportunity. And from the conversation I had with her and the other delegates, I see that they are very interested in, collaborating with Madhouse, and hopefully it will touch, I will also, it will be impactful to someone like me as well. And I will also, take part in whatever collaboration opportunity comes up in the future.
Having the Queen come here to see my works and have me explain is actually a surreal experience. I am very much happy about that because I feel for a while now that my work hasn't really been getting to the audience they want to get to. But explaining to her and her seeing the wisdom in these symbols actually means a lot to me. It means my art is actually going where it should go, and the works actually touch her.
The work of art explore a myriad of issues which have been captured by these creatives.
really excited seeing the Queen, first of all, compliment the dress I'm putting on right now, as well as compliment all of the beautiful pieces at my back. It was beautiful taking her through the process of making each and every piece that you see here. I'm glad I could show her the process of creating those pieces using traditional textile techniques like batik.
The Queen of Denmark was excited to see my work. She said I actually caught her eyes, which was great, especially the fact that it was speaking to a wider audience and also amplifying, but also preserving and celebrating the cultures of age and fashion as well.
As an incubator, accelerator and research institute, the Madhouse by Tikera Africa is focused on knowledge sharing, shaping, and sharpening for creative minds.
From there, we move to this solo show titled Grit by contemporary artist Tunde Aleilo, also in Lagos.
The Launchpad, Faith Foundation Ilupeju in Lagos, is the venue for the solo exhibition of Tunde Aleilo.
We're really very excited to host Tunde Aleilo's art exhibition, which is themed Grit. And the reason why, part of why Faith Foundation is happy to host this, is because the theme of this exhibition, Grit, exemplifies the spirit of entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial resilience, growth, perseverance, doggedness, identifying opportunities despite the environmental challenges, and bringing beauty, because a lot of entrepreneurs, what they do is they bring beauty, they bring answers to solutions, and a lot of his artistic expressions really reflect that. They reflect just the opportunities and possibilities of Nigeria, but those who are pushing against the odds to make it happen. Of course, he's also a member of our alumni community, and he's one of our entrepreneurs who leads our creative sector, so this is particularly a homecoming for us.
The exhibition explores the struggles, toils, and triumphs of the average Nigerian entrepreneur, especially the female gender.
The theme of today's exhibition is Grit. Grit speaks to the journey, to my own personal journey as an artist first, and the journey of an average Nigerian entrepreneur. I was raised by a single mother, and as a result of that, I am someone who calls myself a feminist. So most of the pieces on display here talks about the women. It also speaks to the issue of equalities as addressed in the Sustainable Development Growth. So it's talking about the journey of women entrepreneurs and women generally, the journey of entrepreneurs in Nigeria. The environment is harsh. Also talking about the society. The society is very challenging now. So everyone have to have some element of grit in themselves to survive. So this exhibition has come to give hope to people, to say once you can draw from within, it is possible for you to survive.
The works of art showcase Aleilo's visual narrative on resilience using paintings, drawings, and mixed media.
The exhibit behind me is titled Industry 2. It speaks to people who live in Makoko. They are people of low means, but then there are people who dignify in their labor, very resilient. I'm talking about their grit there. You could see those fishermen. They had come, they got catches, and they know that they will sell some of their catches, and they will also be able to feed their family. They are happy, they are earning their livelihood. They are surviving, they are striving, and I'm celebrating their story in that piece there.
The audience are impressed with the quality of pieces on display in this solo show.
The works are beautiful. The works are, they are expressions of his focus, expressions of things he have seen in life, expressions of things that he loves, expressions of, good people around him. So that is what I can say about his work.
I must say that what I've seen here actually surpasses my expectations. I've always known Alelo as a man who does a lot of printing works for us, and I know he's an artist, but seeing these artworks, I'm very, very impressed. The artworks portray plenty of life, plenty of action, and they're very colorful, very inviting.
I know him to be a very creative personality, very passionate about what he does, and he's interested in the progress of others. Everything I've been doing since I knew him, you see him putting everything on his shoulder as if he's primarily involved. He's a wonderful creature. Before this exhibition, I've been to his studio many times. I've had cause to interact with him many times. I can tell you that Mr. Tunde Alelo is an asset to humanity. His works are very, very good.
This author and visual artist was the best graduating student in the Department of Fine and Applied Arts, Federal College of Education, Technical, Akoka, Yaba, Lagos. And many years after, he has been constantly churning out impressive images that speak to an array of issues.
Taking a moment now, Arthouse returns with more. Do stay with us.
And these are the works of art you sent in this week. Shepang Jian has this one titled Real Eyes, Real Lies, Real Lies. It's done with acrylic on stretched canvas. Then peace of mind is what Olu Sampson is wishing everyone with this oil and acrylic on canvas piece. Even as the sun goes down is a work by Emily done with acrylic on canvas. Then Adetoro Adebayo has Unforeseen, a digital art painting. David is saying this is Africa, done with acrylic and fabric on canvas. Then Lost in the Rhythm is a mixed media work done by Light Ghana Ghana. Then Waiting is Aje's acrylic on canvas work. He says a couple of months old and she still waits to find a new home. Then this mixed media work is saying you can't buy happiness with Lucas Kumba. Then School Friends is an oil on canvas piece done by James. Son of the Soil is a charcoal pencil on needlepoint work done by Taiwo Odejimi. And that concludes the works of art you sent in this week. We appreciate you for sending them in and always encourage you to keep them coming.
Our wordsmith for this week is called A King and His Subjects by Ilo Daniel. As a lion prides over the animal kingdom, so he does lord over his home. A king and more, protector and provider of the clan. He is a shield warrior in the battlefield. He cannot afford to lay down his guard. So he thinks, so he does, carrying about his heavy heart. Beneath his stern look-up chin, his high and mighty ego, lies all his fear and insecurities. What if this battle goes bad? What will happen to my subjects? Heart heavy with worries and pain, but can't afford to shed a tear to lighten up. A king and a warrior cannot, yet he is human still. Filled with blood, veins and soul to feel, to hurt, to cry, to heal, and to sober up and be a man again, and to face all life throws at him.
An enchanter's secret tune, a go dance.
The Angel and Muse in Lagos is bustling with a new kind of energy as the crowd gathers to enjoy different performances.
He walked no charms for all, yet the world entire deferred. Eko Omowale didn't purchase dignity, yet all the noble ones recognized him. Masculine magic, a man in full, his polished presence riveted women, man monument man, replete with knowing this brave heart now still.
A stirred-looking, bulky man in soldier's uniform sat in front of the passenger seat. Villagers gave them directions, and curious as to the nature of the visit from men not from these parts, walked, ran, trotted to Mama Paulina's house to see whatever would unfold. If it was good news, they would rejoice with her. If it was bad news, she would not be alone. They said Mama Paulina was cooking in her outside kitchen when she heard voices for her. She came out, dusting soot from her hands, her knees covered in ash from the floor of the kitchen. She smelled of wood smoke.
Molara Wood, an author and non-fiction editor, explains how Guernica has captured the creative community over the years.
It's a global magazine of arts and politics, and it's on the internet. And as you've heard, it's been publishing for 21 years now, publishing fiction, also interventionist pieces. It has published many impactful pieces on Nigeria, for instance, whether it's about the Niger Delta or Boko Haram, but also published a lot of Nigerian fiction writers, award-winning fiction, essays, and so on, and even photography. So, for instance, Lagos Photo Festival, that's been featured in the magazine before, and Portraits of Lagos as a City has been published in the magazine before, and so there's always been a very keen and sizable readership from Nigeria of this international magazine, and that is what this event is commemorating. And also it has cultivated a real community of Nigerian writers over time.
Guernica magazine has actually published a lot of Nigerian writers. Some have gone ahead to win awards, like Isi Osondu's Waiting, that won the Kane Prize, was first published at Guernica magazine. So this event this evening in Lagos is to welcome him and also have a conversation with other younger writers and older writers on how to get published, have conversation about, art, intersection between art, literature, and publications.
Amongst other creatives who have felt his impact.
This is the first time that we are having Michael Archer, the founder of Garnica magazine in Nigeria. So we are happy to have him because he's one of the international publishers that has platformed Nigerian writers since 2005. If we have more international publishers coming to Nigeria, we have opportunities for younger writers to launch into the world scene. And that is the value that is added to us today.
Today has been a very historic day because we are here to celebrate one publication, literary publication that is giving voices to African writers and creative minds. And it's huge because it is, most times, we always go out to seek for our works as writers to be published or as creative minds to be published. But Garnica came to us and it has been a very lovely experience. I performed 2 of my poems in accompaniment of music. I performed Echo Dance, which was meant to welcome people, especially those coming from outside the country and from other states to Lagos, based on my passion and love for the state. And it was well received. And then the second poem, which is in honor of all creative minds, is Life is a Dance, which celebrates literary, creative minds and literary writers over different generations and the work they do in impacting society.
Life is a dance, and for these thespians, projecting their voices virtually is an experience they will keep enjoying.
On the next episode is all about captivating solo shows. Take a look.
On Arthouse next week.
Like the title rightly says, it says dipped in chocolate. The hues are of various dark complexioned women.
Echoes of Innocence, a solo exhibition by Manuel Idowu at Alliance Francaise, Lagos.
The flowers in my works, the flower signifies the memories, while the chickens and cocks, they signify the passage of time. So it is just like, how best could I illustrate memory?
More people need to enjoy the ingenious in the Nigerian art scene, so do share, view, and like our page for everyone to experience this bundle of talents.
Your Arthouse experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Arthouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Arthouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's the program today. We appreciate you for always taking time to make it a date with us and encourage you to keep the conversation going by visiting any of our various social media platforms. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a lovely day.